Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now it feels like a really long time since I've actually sat down and filmed a video, because it is. We've had a heat wave in the UK. It's still quite warm, but the room that I'm in now, it gets the sun later on in the day all the way through till the end of the day. So at the evenings it's just been way too warm. It's a little bit cooler today. What are we saying that it is today? Let me just check. It's Monday the 19th when I'm filming this, and it is currently, it says it's 20 degrees. So it's 20 degrees, so I'll just cover up. Just put my finger there, will it? No. If I do that, can you see that this is the weather that we've got coming for the day? It's thunderstorms at 1 o'clock and thunderstorms again at 4, and then it goes up to 22 degrees. So yeah, that's the reason that I've not been filming that much. It's just been horrendous. I don't deal well with the warm weather. But I thought I'd finish this page last night. By the way, this will be WIP of the week, because technically I've not finished it. You can see these yellow parts here. I've missed a bit here. Where is it? There. And I've not actually coloured the border in. And then looking at this now, like a day later, thinking that I've finished, I want to make some of these part of the leaves a little bit more like a striking orange colour, I think. But apart from that, I did want to put stickles on, but because stickles are raised up, if I decide that I want to colour this page next, you'll be able to feel it, and I'm not one for putting loads of pieces of paper between them. So I think I'll go with this for the shiny thing on the page today. It's liquid chrome mirror effect. Now it has got quite a large nib, so I don't know how precise I'm going to be able to be. I might have to make the line a bit thicker. Put some masking tape down and make the line a little bit thicker, but I'll have to do that last. So let me just get my pencils out and sharpen, because I do need to finish off a couple of different areas. And I'll just tell you what I've been up to for the week. So you might be able to hear in my voice that it's a little bit croaky. I've started a new medication. It'll be a week tomorrow that I've been on it. And it's for nerve pain, because stupid me fell over in the garden. My husband decided to leave some roots. We took a big conifer out the back garden, and he left some roots sticking out the side of the conservatory wall, and I've walked past with my Crocs on and just fell forward, landed on my knee, and then my ankle went forward as well, so I've got scrapes all over my ankle. They're just about healed now. I've got a nice couple of scars there. Yeah, but ever since then I started getting the nerve pain back in my knee, up my leg, the back of my calf, and I could just not sleep. So I ended up making a doctor's appointment over the telephone, and he prescribed medication I was previously on for dislocating my knee. I can't say that it's helping too much at the minute, but I know that it takes a good few weeks for it to get into your system. I feel all like not with it, sort of. And plus I've not filmed for a week, so I feel like I'm a bit rusty. So I'm hoping in another week's time I'll just be back to normal and I can sleep again. Yeah, so we'll see. I do want to pick a darker orange. Shall I try this one, which is light cadmium red? I've been slightly going a bit mad with the houseplant situation, but I'm so enjoying it. I'm so enjoying just like going to the garden centres, looking at the different plants available. I'm enjoying watching videos and reading things and learning about them. Buying small cuttings like this here. This was a small cutting when I bought it, and it's grown quite a bit. It's probably grown from there. I've had it about 4 or 5 weeks now, and I've even had the other day, I've got another little bud, a little flower, and these are just cuttings. So trying to grow my own babies, they're just scattered around the room. My pride and joy, I've got one of them that's still in the water propagating. It's got some lovely roots coming up. And my other one is this one string of hearts. I've got a different, I think they're called variation. And that one's called Turtle of Hearts, I think. Turtle of Hearts. And they look like little tiny little turtles. And they're what I'm growing out the roots at the minute. So I can't show you them. They're up on my wall. I'm sat in water. Just doing the thing. I think we're on week 2. Or 2.5 it might be. It might even be 3. I'm not 100% sure. Of propagating them. Like changing the water once a week. Feeding them. Just making sure there's no algae. And once the roots have grown, I'll be able to put them in some soil and grow them that way. But the back garden's come on so much. I'll try and add a little clip. Yeah, I'll take the camera when I've finished doing this. I'll take the camera outside and I'll show you some of the garden on what we've been working on. Because if you saw the moving in vlog, like the first time I've loaded in this house, I think I showed you a little bit of the back garden, so you'll be able to see the difference of. So I better be quick because it has started raining and another load has just finished. I'm actually collecting rainwater for the plants in the house. So I'll quickly show you. Got tomato plants, acer, green bean, that's just starting to flower. That's really pretty. Rocket that I need to sort out. Chilies, more tomatoes. I actually left the cushions out the other night for these and they got absolutely soaked, so they're currently in there drying. All my herbs, all different vegetables, all down here. And then we've got plants. Still got the big tree, but there was a bigger one there that was took down, and it is raining. More to walk down here. My strawberries. I've tried to make this into like a fairy garden. It lights up at night. Sweet corn. We didn't realise how big that'd be. That's my biggest tomato one. Roses. Cucumber. Chilies. The meerkats fell over. All my bird feeders. And that's the big tree. And then back down here. Hello. We shaved the dog. So yeah, all this area here we're not going to have once the work is done to the back of the house, unfortunately. But yeah, so far we can enjoy it as it is. I love it, absolutely love it. And I painted the door as well. It was a horrible black colour before, but I've painted it. You like it, don't you, Rolo? Oh, it's getting worse. I don't know if you can hear it. And this is what I mean about the conservatory. If you're wondering what that is Isabel's, I forgot the name of it, house. Isabel's house. So it gets loud in here. It gets pretty loud when the rain starts. But yeah, oh, how do I get the stains out of these cushions? And that's just from rainwater. Annoying. More plants. Yeah, that's the view in the garden when you sat here at night. So you can understand why. I've been sitting here listening to the rain when it's raining, or I've got a fan above me and then I sit here reading at night time or doing my diamond painting. It's been lovely. Well, and you like it too, don't you? Yeah, you do. What we've done in the past month, I want to say. Month. My husband's got into it. He's not into the house plants. That's just a me thing. So I'm filling up my art room with things that make me happy. I've even took Drogon down. I just felt that the wall behind me was getting really cluttered, and it was sort of like a suffocating feeling. So yeah, I cleared most of that wall actually behind me. There's only a few bits up on the wall now. I've got one diamond painting up on this wall in front of me, and then we need my shelves. I need to do another update in here, but when I'm feeling more like the vlogging style, I think I'll do that. Like I said, I don't feel back to normal yet, put it that way. What time are we on now? I had to go back, it's at 11:10. I had to go back to bed this morning for an hour just to try and function for the day. And then by about 8 o'clock, I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted. So yeah, fingers crossed that I start feeling more back to normal again. But Isabella has done well in this heat. She's a trooper. She doesn't complain. Nothing. But every single day last week that she was getting home from school, I was having to take her out of her wheelchair and set up the rug, like with towels, a big bucket of water, cloths, just to refresh her a bit. I'd take all her clothes off, give her a bit of a bed bath. Because the poor child was sticking to her clothes in a wheelchair. Some of the days that we had they were awful. And for some reason, ever since getting back from the hospital, she doesn't like water. And I think it's something to do with the hydrotherapy they made her do. And she weren't keen on it at the time. So I think it's something to do with that. Because she doesn't like the bath. She doesn't like I said, bed baths. I even attempted to like put the hose on like the sprinkler setting and have it up in the garden to play with her with the water. And yeah, she hated it. Which is a shame because like this time last year we had a paddling pool and she was loving it. So it is such a shame. I even thought about getting her another paddling pool because the other one got broken, the move. But then I thought if she doesn't like the sprinklers or being in the bath, it's going to be a waste of 25-30 quid. And then a waste of time filling it up, and then waste of water. So I've just not bothered. I've just been doing that every single day when she's been getting home. I still will do it today because it's still quite sticky. I caught on camera. She doesn't usually bother her like thunderstorms and stuff. But I was videoing her when we was having one and it did startle her. So if I can manage to put that up somewhere over here, then I will do. But on, was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Saturday we had an absolutely beautiful day. It was a lot cooler. It was still muggy, you know, sticky. But we went to Martin Mere. Now, I love it though. I absolutely love it with all the birds, the wildlife. They even had otters. And there were so many babies walking around. It was just lovely. Absolutely lovely. I got tasked. I usually like pack the bag, make sure she's dressed, ready, washed, her done, fed, drinks, sort the bag out for like nappies, that sort of thing. I had my camera, and then for some stupid reason I forgot her shoes. We can't put her shoes on in the house because as soon as she sees them she gets really upset, so we put them in her bag, and then when we reach wherever we're going, we put them on there because she's absolutely fine, because she realises we say we're going on an adventure, and then once we say that and she realises what we're doing, when we're there she calms down. So I forgot to put them in a bag. So all the way around Martin Mere, I mean we must have been walking around for about 3 hours. She didn't have any shoes on. I'll pop some pictures up over here somewhere because I took this camera with me actually. Yeah, so we had some good exercise at Martin Mere. I collected 2 flamingo feathers. They were only so big, but for some reason one of them's got lost in Isabel's bag. I've only got one. I left it downstairs. I need to bring it up actually. Beautiful pink feathers. So that was the Saturday. The Friday we actually went out for my husband's birthday meal. It's his birthday today actually. He doesn't watch my videos, but happy birthday, Dana. 36 today. So yeah, we went out for a meal on Friday evening, and it was, oh my god, it was such a palaver. Like she usually gets home from school now. It's around 4 o'clock, 3:45, 4 o'clock. So we'd be at the table for 6. My husband finishes work early on a Friday, so he was home by, I want to say about 4:30. He finishes at 3. He was home about 4:30 with all the traffic and everything. I think I want to go with an even darker one actually. Let's have a see. What about this one? Pale. Yep, I'm not reading that word, but it's 121. 121. You can hear it in my voice. I'm just not back to normal yet. Yeah, so she was meant to be due home by like 4 o'clock. Anyway, to cut the very long story short, I'm us pacing backwards and forwards. We'd booked this table for 6, and she only got home just after 5. So in 25 minutes, I needed to wash her, get her dressed, feed her a tea, quickly get myself dressed because I had like my makeup on and I did my hair. I just needed to get dressed. And it was very, very warm doing all this. Anyway, we got there just in time. I think we had like a couple of minutes to spare at the table. And it was a nice meal. It was a nice meal. I got given something different than I ordered. I ordered buttered chicken for the first time. And they brought something else. And I wasn't that keen on it. No, I wasn't that keen. It was very, I kept saying it was bitter. It was bitter. But Isabel was the best behaved she's ever been. It was us three. Lewis was at work. My mother-in-law, my mum, and my mum's other half. It was a nice meal. It was nice seeing them as well. I've not seen my mum in a good few weeks, and I've not seen her other half in quite a while actually. So it was nice catching up with them. And then we went to Martin Mere on Saturday, like I said. We found a garden centre on the way, like out. And it looked like it was in a dead posh location. Like there was farmlands around it, big massive houses, and the actual garden centre itself, it just looked really, really posh, really posh. And I went in and I thought, I'm going to be able to find some really rare plants in here. They've got to have some good stuff. And they had all the house plants as soon as you walked in. And I gave my husband the wheelchair and he took Isabel off because he knows what I'm like now. And I was just disappointed. Our local garden centres, well, it's not local to me because I don't drive, but local when I'm with my husband. I think it's Tilsley, the garden centre that both me and him love. I could be lost in there for hours. They've even got like a bit that you sort of walk through this. It's not a tunnel, but it is, because the plants are all over you, and they've got so many different pots. But I found the trick only by reduced pots because they're so expensive. These little itty bitty ones actually I found on Amazon, and they'll do for now for like growing out my little baby ones. They were, I think, £15 for 6 with like the little, catch the water because they've got drainage holes. But yeah, the pots sometimes are more expensive than the damn plants. I had my mother-in-law's birthday as well last week. I think my husband got her a really nice bottle of wine. I got her a plant because she didn't actually want one. So it's been nice, me and her going to garden centres, and we've been walking to the local B&Q together because we can't put Isabel in her car anymore. She does drive. She's only got a tiny car and I can't lift Isabel up. We're all on getting a mobility car because then we'll be able to put her on the insurance if she's comfortable in driving it, and then we'll be able to go out days out because I am quite close to my mother-in-law. Everyone can get on everybody's nerves sometimes, but she's lovely. She's lovely. I'm sure I get on her nerves sometimes. It's just not as dark as I wanted it to be. Middle cadmium red. Have I got a tester page on this by any chance? I've done that one. I did that one in the Colour in Heaven magazine. I don't want to do a tester page like on the back. Have I got a pad in here that I can use? I most certainly have. See, it's just a bit dull for what I wanted. I might just have to be a bit heavier handed with some of the colours that I've already used maybe. Yeah. What's that one? Scarlet Red. I've stopped using that Helix sharpener as well because it makes a racket at night time and it's just annoying, so I'm back to using this. And I can't for the life of me. It just says M and R made in Germany. And it's a double shot. It's not going to pick it up on camera, but it just says M and R. And I did get this on Amazon years ago. And it's still going strong, and I've never even changed the blade. But just a couple of turns and it gets it pretty sharp. I still really would like an electric one, but if I'm complaining about the sound of the Helix one, then an electric one's going to be even worse, isn't it? I can use it in the daytime fine, and then once Isabel's moved to the back of the house it'll be fine. But at the moment I literally, let me see if the camera will pick this up. So I'm here at night time, I've got my YouTube videos on Netflix playing here quite low. and I'm walking round. It's not going to do it now, but you can hear it a little bit. Like, I'm trying my best to sneak around. There you go. And the floor creaks really, really bad. Now, I've said to my husband, why is it that it creaks? Because this is a new part of the building. I'm above what used to be the garage, and it's only been here for a couple of years there, so why is it like that? And he said that's the perfect reason that it's like that. Is because they build it, and then once it's had time to settle, that's when you'll notice the creaks and the squeaks. So ideally what we need to do, which we're not going to do, is take up the whole of the carpet, the underlay, and screw in all of the boards, because it happens in here and happens in the spare room and the landing. But I keep saying maybe just a year of waiting, maybe. But it's not looking like it's going to be any time soon that we're going to be having the work done to this house. And we desperately need it now. She's getting too big for that room. It's imagine, it's not a box room, it's a little bit bigger than a box room, but because of her specialist bed, it takes up 3/4 of the room. And then you've got me, that I'm not small, and then you've got my husband, he's not small, trying to fit into this room while we're trying to sort a 6-year-old out, and she's definitely not small, she's very, very tall for her age. It's getting to be quite difficult. You have to learn to bend around the furniture ways that you probably shouldn't do, and that's why I probably got bruises all over my legs. That, and I walk into the bed frame. Well, I'm hoping that I managed to remember to do a little bit of the garden. Rolo, remind me. She's dead sad at the minute. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't think she's been enjoying this weather. We had it didn't thunder really yesterday, but it was really bad rain. Now, I was sat in the conservatory till, I want to say, gone about 9:30 last night, and I was lying on the floor at one point, lying on the floor on my back reading my book in front of me, and she sat at the side of me shaking because she doesn't like the sound of the loud rain. But she decides to follow me in there. She follows me in there, and just looking, I think it was meant to be 1 o'clock, the rain. It's 11:20 now, and it looks like it's gonna downpour any minute, and I've just put a full load of washing on the line because I didn't check the weather, so I'm gonna have to run out and go and get that. Lewis visited a university as well, Manchester University, last week, and he's going into our local town today actually to talk about a couple of different courses that he'd like to do. He wants to do something like, not computer programming, but you know, like you've got computer games, bloody lid, or like animated films. He wants to try and do the art wise of that, the art behind that. See how shiny that is? So we're trying to be realistic with him and say, what are the possibilities of you getting a job in something like that? And I'm chuffed to bits that he's wanting to go down the art route. But you need to be realistic. If you know he's having to pay to go to uni, you want to make sure that he gets a decent job at the end of it. So, you know, he just needs to be realistic. But yeah, we'll try and support him the best that we can. But at least he's got, you know, aspirations to wanting to do things. He's not like, oh, I don't even want to go out, that sort of thing. Yeah, he's got himself a job. The poor little love, he worked, was it 9 o'clock on Saturday he did? 9 o'clock till 5:30 because they had the inspectors in apparently. And they made him do extra cleaning, extra work basically. They got paid, I think, time and a half for that extra hour. But yeah, he was absolutely exhausted when he got home. I think I'm going to do it the opposite way around actually. I am going to have to turn the book. I want to cover the blue up because if I go out the lines, I also have to do it line by line. Let me just concentrate on doing this. I've just started watching as well The Witcher again. for like the umpteenth time. I believe that it's not like Henry, what's his last name, Henry Cavill? I don't think he's in season 3, which he's perfect for the role, so I don't know why they've done that. Oh, I thought I'd gone over it too much then. I do need to make a visit as well to my local art shop. I mean, Manchester's like 40 minutes, 35-40 minutes drive for us now where we live. I do, and it is a need because I'm running out of certain pencils and supplies that I use all the time. So I need to ask Danny really nicely, because I don't really want to go to Manchester on my own. I could get the train there or get the bus there, but I don't fancy that on my own. It's strange because I could go and have something to eat on my own, but I don't like going in public transport on my own. Not like long journeys like that to one of my local towns. It takes me half an hour to get there on the bus, but I know where I am. Whereas if I go to Manchester, I haven't a clue, because I always go in the car. I would get really flustered and start panicking. Danny works in the centre of Manchester, but I don't think he could come out and say, well, my wife's got lost, I'm going to have to help her. I don't think he'd get away with doing that one. Let's line that up. Yeah, so like I said before, it is his birthday today. He has had all his birthday presents, like technically a couple of weeks ago, because he went to Silverstone yesterday where they drive all the fast cars. Hello Alexa. What's that?
That was My Generation by Limp Bizkit.
Stop. There you go, that's the music I've been listening to. It's a delivery. It's a delivery. I've got a hanging basket. Well, it's not an actual basket, it's just like wool. So you can put a pot in it. So I could put it in the window. Yeah, he went to Silverstone yesterday. It was just him that drove the cars. But he just asked everyone for money for his birthday, like his mum, his dad. I give him money. But, oh, sugar, I nearly went over the flour then. Yeah, I give him money, like, a good few weeks ago. But then I went out and bought him some nice, like, going out shorts from Next. And then I got him a Hugo Boss t-shirt for him to wear when we went out for that meal. And then it was Father's Day as well in the UK yesterday. So I'm officially skint. I'm officially skint. I said to him this morning, I said, I don't think that I've got you anything else, you know. And he said to me, you shouldn't have bought me them clothes, you shouldn't have bought me them, I told you not to. But I wanted him to have something new to wear when we went out. So I'll see if I can do this with the other side. That one's not as perfect as the one at top, only because I was talking to it. But he absolutely loved it, absolutely loved it. I probably won't be able to share his pictures because I haven't got his permission, but yeah, it was all in Lamborghinis and whatever other cars. I'm not really into cars, so he showed me the videos yesterday. It was like a 360. You put it onto the laptop and you could see Danny in the car, you could see the guy at the side showing him what to do, and you can see the front of the car, the back of the car, the top of the car. I don't know how they do it. I was just watching the videos last night, and every time he overtook someone, he's going, look, race car driver, I'm a race car driver. Right, yeah, so but he enjoyed himself, that's what matters. And then the week ahead, I think we've got 4 weeks left now till summer holidays. Now technically that child has had a summer holiday. She was off for like 6 weeks for the surgery. We did have another surgery booked in, believe it or not. I couldn't believe it how quick that they wanted to do another one. Yeah, they wanted to do the Botox in her saliva glands, so I've rung up, I cancelled that, and I've basically said, number one, I don't want to go in through something again so quickly, considering, you know, it went that long ago. What are we? 12, 13 weeks it's been. 13 weeks on Friday it'll be. or 14 weeks on Friday. One of the two. That she had the spinal surgery, so I said, I'm not putting her through it again. And then number 2, I don't want her having it, full stop. Because it's like, it's a whole day thing. She's got to be knocked out, like put to sleep. And then they put the injections in her neck. And then she comes out of that sore and bruised. And it only lasted 10 days. 10 days of her no drooling. And then she was back drooling again. So I was like... And we'd already agreed before she had the first one, before she had the first set of Botox, we already agreed, we said we'll give it 2 goes. But I'm like, do I really want to put her through all that again for 10 days? No, I don't. I'd just rather wait. Wait maybe a year or 2 down the line so she can have a more... It's more invasive, but it's a permanent fixture. She wouldn't drool. So they move the glands around, they don't remove them. That's pretty, that, isn't it? That's pretty. Actually, what I might do is, because that page is finished now, I've already picked my next page. I might actually just start that on camera. So this is the page that I picked out last night. This is on the Nina paper. There's a thicker one and a thinner one. This is the thicker one, and it's got one textured side and then one that's a bit thinner. So it's a textured side I'd printed it on, and then it's a Mariola Budek PDF set off Etsy. And this is the book that I'm currently reading. I got it last Saturday or last Sunday it was delivered, I think. I managed to get it like for £2 something. I've already read it before, and I borrowed it to my niece, and I didn't want to ask it for it back because I felt like I'd give or take a backer. So I just bought it second hand. And yeah, I'm not half enjoying it again now, even though they are horrible stories, what happens to the girls, but I like reading at the end, you know, the outcome, the good things that happen at the end. But that is about, it says the truth about the Rochdale sex ring by a victim who stalked them, girl A. And if you want to, is that called a prologue? Prologue? Yeah, and I really enjoy that one. It's one of my favourites actually, because it's a really good ending. What she manages to accomplish. Anyway, I'm using the Caran d'Ache Aqua Museum pencils because I've not used them in a little while. I'll just put my pencil sharpener away. Now I'm not 100% sure what flower these are, but to be totally honest, I don't want to Google a picture anyway because I want to pick my own colours. I have a tendency, if I knew exactly what that was, I'll want to just try and copy it. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I could even do this rainbows, like different colours of each petal. Why do they have to be realistic? They don't. So start off with yellow. It's just yellow, that's what it's called. Now I've tried a few different ways with these pencils, and the way that works best for me is putting a layer down, letting it dry, and then going over with a different colour to get it nice and blended. Same with the ink tints as well. I envy people that can put different colours down and get them to blend beautifully. Maybe I've just not got the patience for it. And this is probably not the way that you're meant to use these pencils, but it is what it is. This is how I'm using them. Talking about flowers, my husband is booking one day off before the summer holidays comes quickly around, and we're going to spend the day together. I think, oh, what show was it? It's a flower show, but I'm more interested in going to the shop and looking at gardens and stuff. So I think we're going to try and go, I can't remember what it was called. I think we're going to try and go next Thursday, spend the day together, grab some dinner, and then get back in time for her from school. And that'll be more or less it then. A couple of weeks left at school, and then we're on the half term. I know I keep harping on about it, but I'm dreading it a little bit. Like I said, because she's already had that 6 weeks off, so it feels like to me she's already had the summer holidays, so then I've got it twice. And sometimes it's difficult to know and think of things to do so they're not bored. Especially with her, because there's certain things I can't do. I can't take her to the park. She just... Yeah, the park is a no-go, and I can't handle her like I used to be able to as well. She's very tall. Very tall. What am I looking for? Everyone always says that. I don't know where she gets it from. Really long legs. So let me just activate this because I can't remember what this paper is like. I don't even think I've tried this paper with these pencils before. I want to bring you in actually a little bit closer. So I can only apologise as well for not uploading that much last week. It's just this weather's just been awful and I've just been in a horrible mood because of it. I just don't deal well with it. And then today as well, I've literally just remembered, so I need to put a reminder on my phone. I've got a physio appointment at 2:30. It's like an online one, like a webcam one. It's just to speak about all the different things that's happened to Isabel since the surgery. I need to mention as well, she started getting pretty bad cramps. It's happened 3 times now since she's come home. So I need to speak to them about that. Because the last time that I did, they said it should not be happening. Luckily, like I said, it's only happened 3 times. But when it's happening, she can't bend her leg. And she just constantly wants to get to her side. That must be just a better feeling for her. And I've tried massaging, you know, I've tried heat on it, and you've just got to, I know it sounds terrible, you've just got to let it ride out until it goes away, the cramp, because she can't, it might not be cramp. This is what I'm guessing. Well, this is what we're both guessing, because it can't be anything else. What can it be? I am going to do this actually in rainbow, because why not? Why not? So we'll do an orange as well. We'll do this one in orange, and that's going to be part of the green. So I'll leave that. Yeah, it's such a shame though when it happens. Well, she's finally got the tray as well for her wheelchair and the armrest, and they don't fit. The armrests don't fit, but the tray fits over the armrest, so there's not really much I can do about it. I can't be bothered with trying to get back in contact with them for them to take it away. So as long as the armrests fit the tray, that's all that matters. But I did give her the tray yesterday for the first time and tried to feed her a dinner on it, and she was not happy. Not happy. I think it was just because it was a change and she wasn't used to it. She's like, well, where's my normal tray? So yeah, yesterday afternoon was interesting. I couldn't wait till my husband got home. I was like, right, bedtime. I couldn't wait. So I think with the texture of this paper, it's helping. Actually, it reminds me a little bit of watercolour paper. I know it's not that, but it reminds me a little bit. But I will say that the colours are not popping as much on this paper. They seem to be a little bit more dulled down. I do plan on as well doing some sort of colour along in probably like 2 or 3 parts. I've not decided yet what I want to do. I might either do a mouse guard. I don't want to do a Kirby page. Yeah, I don't fancy a Kirby page. Or maybe a Hannah Coulson one. I think I've only done one Hannah Coulson one this month. I'm not sure. Please do let me know in the comments. If I was to do a colour along, what artist would you like? Or what book? That's probably easier. What book? I think I want to finish this leaf, these petals off. It's coming up to dinner time now, and I am getting hungry. I need to prep tea as well. He's requested curry, so I need to go ahead and spice up all the chicken and get that marinating for later for them. I won't eat it. I don't like my own curries. I don't like them. The boys do. I don't. So I'll probably end up having something like beans on toast for my tea. Something easier while I'm doing curry for them too. And then Isabel's having spaghetti bolognese because it's apparently a cafe in this house, and I have to cook all different things. She will not eat. My son's really good, he'll eat whatever. But Isabel will not eat what we eat. Well, saying that, I've just said that, and I made spaghetti last night, so she's having leftovers. She will eat that. And she'll eat my cottage pie. But apart from that, she won't try the curry. So yeah. I need to quickly go and get that washing in as well, and once I've done that, quickly film some of the back garden for you. I do apologise if you're not interested in plants and stuff, but I'm really enjoying it at the minute. Quickly just get this filled in, and I'm going to make myself a tuna salad. Tuna salad on some tiger bread for my dinner. And you want your liquor mat. Got this rubber, is it rubber or silicone mat, and you put like doggy peanut butter on it. Oh, Rolo absolutely loves it. So she's been having that as a treat. And it keeps her from under my feet just while I do my dinner. I'm just going to check as well if these bleed through. Now, if they're going to bleed through, they'll bleed through with that red, I think. No, he's buckling the paper a little bit. See there, it's buckling the paper a little bit, but no bleed through, no bleed through. But until my next video, please do let me know in the comments what book you would like me to do a colour along in, and I'll see what I can do. I'll try my best to link what I've used in the description, because I know I'm terrible for that. This PDF, these pencils, and that silver pen I was using as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!